Hello, hello. Am I audible, Ramesh?
Yeah, Kavi, you are audible.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's start. Okay. I would like to, tell you some of the basic information first. Then after that, I will take it from there. Okay. Um, if we all know that why we are using Azure DevOps. All right. Hope you, Ashish, definitely you might know about Agile, and also Hari, you also know about Agile, right?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. So, Agile, why it is used for? Because earlier, we have waterfall model, and the whole requirement used to be built and tested only few times per year. Okay, or 6 months once, 6 months twice, thrice. It will be application. It will be get built, and the people used to perform the test and everything. Again, if you have any other issue, then again people will go for changes and they will perform. Due to which, what will happen, there is a chance of the customer expectations might fail, or some issue happens or something, so all the time we are going for analysis phase and we will continue the development from there. So this is one of the biggest challenging in the IT industry. So to overcome that, so waterfall model, analysis, design, development, testing. Okay, so all this things will be happen one by one. Okay, so this is a biggest challenge. So whenever the problem comes, what it will do, the whole phase of development will go for analysis again. Again, they will see the impact area, and again they will do design, and after that they will do development, the testing again. So this is what happened in the waterfall model all the time. But whereas if you see, agile, uh, it is everything, it is making into small pieces. Okay. And at the same time, the agile process is saying that one project multiple teams can able to work together parallelly, and finally everything can be combined together. Okay, there is one funniest example is there. uh, they are asking you to eat a building. Okay, they are asking to eat a mountain. You can say, I could say it's a mountain. So how you will eat? That is the question. So the question, very simple answer is, you cannot eat the mountain directly. So what you can do? So you means it is plural. You can able to chop the mountain into small pieces, and after that, one by one, you can able to eat and complete the thing. So that way, so finally you can completely eat the whole mountain. So this is a very funny one, but it is a but the in reality, if any project comes, what we used to do is we'll chop into small pieces. Okay. So in that case, what will happen? So the people will, different team will work on different pieces of the work. I will tell an example, you will clearly understand. Then after that, every week or 10 days once, based on the planning, they could able to perform a build and testing, and the small piece is perfect, then that will be used like a plugin. Then continuously development will happen. So finally everything will be combined together. Okay, then it will become a complete product. So instead of going for a complete development one stretch and testing it and finding issue and fixing, these are all very problematic. To overcome that, so what we are doing, so we are doing development in the piece of one piece we will take, we'll perform the work and everything is fine, then we will move to the next piece. Okay, so like that multiple team will work and join together. So this is how the DevOps process has been introduced. I think someone have left out. Hari, Ashish, Ron is there. Then who left? No one. Okay. So this is how it is. It is designed. Okay. Now, what we will do is, I'm going to explain you some small piece of the requirement, and I will explain you. So I'm showing the entire screen. So, you all can see my screen. Yes.
Yes, now it's appearing.
Yeah, yeah. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the requirement for you. Okay. Um, as a business accountant, I want to see the company's daily expense report. Okay, this is the requirement. Now, please tell me, as you are all developer, Ashish, if you could speak, that is really better. So one more candidate join. What is his name? Pranav, right? So what is one more guy joined, right? Yeah, Ashish, Murli, and Pranav. Yeah, Hari, right? All of them. Okay, Praveen, hello. Yeah, hi, Johnny. Yeah, hello. Okay, so okay, where I am. So I'm looking at this requirement. So in this requirement, I hope everyone is a developer. Tell me how many nouns are here. Yeah, in this sentence, how many nouns are there? Hello. Am
Two,
I audible, guys?
two,
Sorry.
two
Who? What is that? One is accountant, right?
content. Second is company.
Company's detail. Okay. So company's details. Company's details. Okay, details is there. So this is a perfect noun. This is a complex noun, right? Yes or no? It's a complex noun. Complex noun means you will get lot of um, you know lot of details inside. These are all the two things are there. Okay, and so you want to see expense report. So the expense report is again it is a kind of noun, right? So expense report, what it will do is this will also having various session, various various things are inside. Okay, so if you want to calculate the expense report, basic account I'm going for, you need to know how to credit functionality. Okay, credit entry functionality, and also debit. Okay, debit functionality is fine. Okay, so these two things, credit functionality and debit functionality, you should aware. So how credit is happening, how debit is happening, and also you should know how to account creation, modification, or code operation. All these things you need to aware. Once first you need to create an account, then after that you need to understand how credit works and how debit works. Then this is this together, all this is there. Then expense report I can create. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So apart from this, you need to do a user development as well. Okay, user management also you need to do. Yeah, user management you need to perform. So now everything is done by one team means first they will complete this, then after that they will complete this, then after that they will complete this and they will complete this. So it will take 1 year. Simply I'm telling on rough calculation it will take 1 year. Okay. Now if you come back to Agile, what it can be done? So all the team members will be there. Team one will do the credit functionality. Team two will do debit. Team three will work on account related things. account creation, account modification, how to bind the account, all this thing. Team 4, what it will do? They will do security management or user management, everything they will perform, right? Okay, sorry. So each team will perform its work, right? So then finally what they will do, they will all combine together, right? So when every team is doing their own work, definitely this need a close monitoring. So for that what they will do is the credit functionality related activities, they will divide it into stories. Okay, story 1, you need to get the right account. Then after that, making the entry where need to be stored and all this thing. So story 1, okay, story 1 and story 2, okay, and story 3. Like that they will develop all this thing. Story 4. Story 4, they need, imagine 1 week is, 2 week is one sprint. So in this case, I need two sprint. Two sprint means the period. Okay, so what you are going to develop. So that means it needed 20 days of time. 20 working days of time it is required to build the story 1 and complete the whole work. Okay, in the same way this need sprint, 5 sprint it need. Okay, 5 sprint. Like that we will develop 2 sprint, and finally 4. Like that we will develop. Okay, we'll do the planning. Okay, so imagine it's a 3 sprint. Okay, I'm talking only about one functionality. Okay, the issue that the complete functionality we will divide into stories. The stories are divided into the sprint wise delivery. Okay, so what happened, every sprint is completed, what they will do is they will do a build and deployment, isn't it? Build and deployment, they will do it. So you have to build the application and also deploy your application into the server. Am I right, guys?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, so do you have any questions here?
Not from my side.
Okay, yeah, please ask me if you have anything. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, 1 minute.
So you are trying to install Eclipse installer, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, this is for some other purpose, not to mind on this. It is nothing to worry about here.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now the stories and development, all these things are there. So we have developed. So to develop, build and deployment is required. Then after that, what will happen? So we need another 5 sprint. Definitely 5 time build and deployment will need to happen. And say again 2 times and 3 times, all these things, deployment will happen multiple times. So now imagine, so every time when you're doing deployment, manually people will go and deploy the application. That will take so many days. You can't able to complete the work in 20 days, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, you are correct, Kabir.
So for that, what we are doing is we are going for some chained tools. Chained tools means one tool will help another tool. One tool's output will go to another tool, other tool's output will go to another tool, vice versa. This will happen. These tools, all the tools will combine together. It is form one pipeline. That pipeline, if you activate, that pipeline will be automatically deploy the code into the server. You no need to do anything. Single click is more than enough.
Okay.
Okay, so if you perform that, that automatically works. So DevOps is a technology. It is combination of different tools. All the tools will take your code from centralized repository. When I'm saying centralized repository, the team 1 is also working on one resource group, another team 2 is working on another working on another place, but all the source codes will be stored in one place. Okay, so that will be all this four teams will work in one repository. They can create different branches, but everything will be under one repository. Though from that repository, so this DevOps pipeline will take the code and it will perform the build and it will show the delivery to you. It will put into the server. Imagine, so when you are doing build and development, how many build and development you are doing? So here two. In this two, the two is wrong actually. So for development server, you will do twice, and testing server you will do twice. Four times you will do, because one is the development server, another one is UAT server. Both are testing server only. So for a time you will deploy. So finally, so release build is there. In the release build, so again you will do one time. So this many times you need to perform it. Correct? Yeah. So in this case, so if you palm a pipeline, so every time the changes comes and if you do a single click, automatically your code changes will be go and deploy into a different server. And also it have conditionally performing the deployment. Dev, it is deployed. Then after that, test manager or test engineer will come to the picture and say that, yes, this build is working fine. Please move it to a test server. Then only this will move to the test server. It makes sense?
Yeah, Gopi sir, let me ask one question.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we need to create multiple pipelines for this dev environment and test
One
environment.
pipeline, you have to target a release for different environment. That is more than enough.
Okay, so we can use the existing pipeline for dev and test
Yes.
environment, right?
Yeah. The best practice is creating individual pipelines. Now we are coming with the concept of slotting. In the slot, you can able to define different environments that is automatically you can go and deploy there.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we are going to learn multiple pipelines only. But at the end, no. So in the Azure subscription, based on the subscription credentials, I'll show you that one also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So either you people might deploy the application in the server or container, anything you might do. So for all these things, pipeline will be helping you perfectly.
Okay.
Okay. So it is not DevOps functionality is not only stopping here. So when you are doing that, so you will create the stories and you will divide the sprint. In the each sprint, the team will be divided into multiple tasks. Task will be assigned to a person. So this all these things are called as a dashboard, Azure dashboard. This Azure dashboard, it is helping the agile functionality. So it will help you to create a task. It will help you to create the issue, and it will help you to build the stories and everything. You have a ready-made tool is available. Yeah. So even if you develop everything, and also you can once it will ask you whether you have started your task or the task is progressed or task is moved to review state or task is completed and can is ready for deployment and everything. If it is say development is yes, then if the approval given by manager, test manager, then automatically this code will move to the test environment. So for all this maintaining the stories and tasks, so you have a additional functionality called Azure DevOps board. So all these things are there. Okay. So all combined together, it is helping you to build the pipeline. So this is just integrating. Okay. Um, So this is just for you build and deploy the application. So what you can do is the same process you can able to automate it. So anybody complete the code in the main branch, if they check in the code, immediately, automatically, this Azure tools will deploy the code into the server. So that is what continuous integration and continuous deployment.
Yeah, CI bar CD, right?
Yes, continuous integration and continuous deployment. So both the thing you can able to perform. So that will be deployed into the servers. Any question, guys?
Yeah, for automate, we are using the YAML coding, right?
Yeah, YAML is the tool that we are performing it.
Okay. So how we can automate all these pipelines through code?
Yeah, it's the through code.
Okay. So what are the technology we are using for automate all these pipelines?
Okay, and that I'll come back. Okay. So when you do that, when you see that the Azure environment, so it is a cloud environment. So now everything is moved to cloud. You remember, right? So everything is moved to cloud. So even I'm not sure whether you working on the cloud or on-premise server, but most of the companies, 80% of the companies, moved their code and operations into the cloud area. Okay, so that is why we are here. So I'm supporting Azure Cloud. So in Azure Cloud, it is providing a DevOps functionality on its own. The various tools are there. So to store the code, so you have a GitHub to store the code. TFS is the Team Shoot Foundation is there. This all these codes are flexible for DevOps operation. What I mean that, so DevOps pipeline could able to connect to Git using our username and password, and you can able to pick the code, and it will help to build the application. After the build the code, so it will perform the copy operation and it will push it to the server. This is a very simple, straightforward step which I told you. So there are Jenkins servers and other servers are there. So based on the needs, okay, so we can involve all the tools in our Azure pipeline so that will help to deploy our application into the server. Make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So now what I'll do is, I have some issue in with my system. So I'm going to connect to Murli's system. I'll show you how to deploy the code in a mini macro level. I'll show you because this is a demo session. So in the demo, what we target is how I am explaining, whether you could able to follow me or not. So that is what the whole thing. And if you have any question on the syllabus or something, that I can able to clarify. So after that, once you join the session, I can explain you completely. Now for the demo purpose, I will take it some piece of work and I'll show you. You understand, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, Murli, are you there?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Murli.
I've given the access. I think you
Yeah,
are.
I've done the access, right? Yeah, I'll take it. You all can see my screen, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you please spotlight your screen so we can getting a little bit the higher resolution. So it's very small in the screen.
I have. What should I do? I have made it full screen only.
Okay.
So this is the difference between Zoom call and this one.
Google Meet.
Yeah. Can see the screen better now.
On the right hand side, you can see the people's window. You can.
Yeah.
Sorry, people window I closed actually.
No. I'm not. I mean, not with you, Gopi. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Is it good? Is better?
Yeah, it's not better. Actually, I can see the screen plus the joined members for
That issue. That is Google's Meet's property.
Okay.
That you do you have any way to read of it
Open picture in picture mode or full screen mode?
from my
Yeah.
end?
Yeah, no. I think I need to done in, from my side. So
please.
it's better now.
It's better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we have already built one pipeline. Just I would like to go take you from here. Okay. So everywhere DevOps come into picture. Simply, I would like to show one small sample here. See, some of the website app server is created here. You can see that. So in the server itself, they have introduced the development center and slots. Okay. So if you click on this, so it will say that deployment center. So what is your deployment center? So from there also you can able to connect your deployment pipeline here. Okay, you can do that. And also slots are there. In the slots, it is helping you to deploy your application without interrupting your application. So all this activity that you can able to perform here. Okay, so just this is just a small hint to you. Now I'm going for a DevOps thing. Okay, so Azure DevOps. Okay. So initially I will take some of the basic Azure session. If you don't know Azure, just don't worry about it. So I'm coming here. So here what you can do is you can able to create your Azure organization. Okay, just I want to show you here. When you started a company, okay, in that company, so whatever the basic
Okay, one second.
sorry, it is
Yeah, Azure DevOps is a free of cost.
no. You have to get subscription out.
So without subscription, we can create even
No,
single
no.
project in that. Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Some website says like we can create an account in GitHub, and from GitHub we can get the subscription for DevOps Azure. Is it true?
If you do that, so 1 or 2 projects they are giving. So after that, one organization you can create. That to limit number of projects. So that is also it is going in 3 days or 4 days sometime.
Okay. So before getting the subscription for DevOps Azure, we have to get this subscription for
Yeah, that is
Azure.
better because if I want to pick something from my storage account or something, so you need Azure, right? So those things and all it is required. Okay, so let me show you this is my page, right? So so here you can see that list of organizations are there. So if you want to create a new organization, I can go for it. Okay, just now we have created an organization called New India, right? Only?
For
New India.
okay, great.
So what I want, I can able to create a new project here. And what I can do is I can able to enroll my code. So in this scenario, whatever I'm going to explain, my code is already in the GitHub. Okay, so just I have pointed out. So can you please go to the repo? Yeah, so the repository, it is already connected. Okay, so I have connected this repository here. What it will do is it will go to this place and it will pick my Azure, my .NET project from here, and it will deploy my code into the it will form a pipeline. Okay, that pipeline will what it will do is it will push the code into the server. Murli, can you please go to the pipeline and can you create a new pipeline? Yeah, can you click on new pipeline?
Okay. So in that case,
Or edit my pipeline, that would be great.
Gobi, in that case, shall we create the new app service?
Not required, not required,
Okay.
not required.
Okay.
Just create a new pipeline, that is more than enough. I'm not going to run from here. Yeah. So here you see that. So it'll take a help of this kind of tooling. So here I can able to mention, okay, where is my code is. My code is in the general GitHub, so it'll ask the username and password and everything. It'll take it from there. Or if you want to create a project, so and you want to store it in the Azure itself, then Azure Git repository is readily available. This is one of the most frequently used, resources in the market now. So you can just click on that and you can create your own repo. Done. So the application repo will be just created. Okay. So can you click on GitHub?
Gobi, I'm using this one also record.
No problem. So as of now, please kindly click on GitHub. Get up, get in so much. You see that. Suppose your code I can deploy, or my code I can deploy. So it is just asking your OAuth permission here. Okay. Guys, you all could able to follow me, or I'm little faster. Hello.
It's okay.
We can follow it.
Okay. So source code is there. So we are giving a target path. So from where I am clicking it. Can you please sign in, Murli?
Gobi, that code is, I mean, whatever we
deploy. No, we are not going to deploy. We are going to delete this pipeline. Don't worry about it. I understand that, but just I want to show the audience that you know how it is getting connected. That's it, nothing else. Okay. So here I'm giving authorization to Azure pipelines. So this password will be stored, password will be used, and this whatever the project I'm doing that can be picked up from here. See here, I have these many repositories here. Okay. So wherever the code I want, I can able to choose it from here. Make sense, guys?
Sorry, I couldn't understand. Please, one second.
You have a repository in the Git. No, Git have multiple repositories.
Okay.
You aware, right? You all guys aware, right? All developers. Repositories means the place where you storing the code.
Store code. Okay. So we are
Yeah.
using Azure DevOps.
No, we are using Azure DevOps only, but our code is in the Git repository.
Okay. Got it.
In the Git repository, we have a stored repositories.
Okay.
Inside the repositories, you can have multiple branches that you can have.
Okay.
Development branch, test branch, main branch, all these branches that you can have. So here it is asking me to help to select the branch, which code you are going to build it. Okay, can you please select someone? Yeah. Okay. So here you can see, you can select the particular repository, and what you can do is you can continue your deployment process. What it will do is code will be picked up from this project, and it will be assigned back to build the application. Now, Murli, can you please close all these things? Go back to the existing pipeline.
Yeah.
Okay, open the existing pipeline. Let's not worry about the new one which is created. So in our sample, so what we have created is we have created with the Azure repo git. So okay, that means whatever the files which I have stored it in the Azure GitHub itself. So I place the file inside. Then can you please select the repository of this? So you can see the difference between Git and Azure, right? So Azure means, you know, everything will be shown pakka, and the moment you select it, automatically what it does, it is completely coming back with the list of possible and next activity that you can do. So ideally it is saying that, boss, this is ASP.NET application. So please using a ASP.NET application in your pipeline. So this will take care to build all the ASP.NET applications. Okay, so now my code is in Azure Core. Then what I can do is I can able to select Azure.NET Core. So .NET Core compiler and everything will be set it up from Azure pipeline itself. Make sense? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So earlier, what we used to do is we used to call for a Git Jenkins. Jenkins is the event building tool. So that tool, what it will do is it will help you to schedule the events, whether for build, what is the event you will do, deployment, what is the event you will do, and after that for testing, what are the tools you will use. Everything will be get configured with that Jenkins tool. So instead of that, everything you can able to do it here. 1 minute, guys. Okay. So you can able to select the possible options. So whether which from the code only it is identified. Only can you please select the build tool? Okay, ASP.NET we selected. Okay, so it is got selected. Now somebody is asked about the YAML. This initial YAML will be get built on its own. Okay, so the YAML will be get built on its own. So it is intimating you. So what is the step you are going to follow? Okay, so your solution, it is going to pick the solution star dot solution. That means what? It is going to pick up all the solution. So this YAML is instructing me, first I will come from here. So it is triggering the build from the master branch. So if you take any repository, the main code will be in the master branch. Do you all agree with me? Hello, guys.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
so it's going to pick the trigger from there. Next, what it is doing, the pulling the images. So VM image should be Windows. So when I'm building the code, I will consider my target framework is Windows. Okay. In case if I'm differ from there, I can able to do a different setup also here. I can do that.
Yeah, what do you mean by pool?
The pool is queue. So if you want to build this image, next is Linux. If you want to do, you can able to add another VM pool. Okay, so you can able to perform that.
So this VM pool is used for running the pipelines, right?
Yes.
So it automatically creates once we started the pipeline, right?
Yes. Okay, so it will pick the Windows latest code. So it will pick it up from here. Then I'm introducing variables. There are a lot of variables are required for me. Okay, what I will do is I'm going to, 1 minute. Okay. It's little slow for me. I don't know. Okay. Fine. So I have variables, whichever the variables. These variables are defined here. These are all used in the later point of time in my build life. Okay, build life cycle. Next, the step one, what I'm doing is install the NuGet package. So all the NuGet packages will be get deployed. Then after that, what I will do is I will pass the input. So input resolution folder will be there. So what it will do is the moment if you see this line, so it will go to the solution path. So and from there it will pick up it up and will build the application. Okay. So once you are building the application, what it will do is it will use this paths. So the star solution is nothing but as symbol solution is nothing but there's a path where we have defined. Okay, the solution path. It will build all the code. Okay, and so this is the arguments here. So build all the packages and arguments, everything will be built here. This line of code, what it will do is it will build the application, it will combine everything into zip file, and what it will do is it will push it to the target area. Okay, so target area means whatever the server we have mentioned here, so that will be taken care. So there it will pass this code, and after that application will be get run. Okay, so now this is what the YAML setup here. So what I can do is I can able to perform a save and run. If I click on save and I can run that, so this will be this application is going to run now. Murli, can you run the existing one, existing pipeline?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to make it new here. Yeah, okay, we get this one. What I'll do is here.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like edit it or
No, don't edit it, please. No
okay.
edit, no edit. Just let's go to the release.
Mm.
So all the configuration is here. Okay, so it is showing into the drop fold. So here you can go for a release here. So this particular release, it is here. So it is under the staging one environment, right? So I'm clicking on this release. This release is telling, okay, so I am the person who is building. So this is the artifact it is got set. So when the moment I say single click deploy, so it will get deployed. So just I'm doing a very straightforward setup here. Okay, I'm doing very straightforward setup here. That is why you can able to see a minimum graph here. So when you are doing for some other project, you might add multiple steps here. So this is a one stage will perform one operation. So test confirmation. So there is a unit test is run. Unit test, all the test cases are passed. All these things will be there. So everything will be run, and after that it will pass the build and it will be get deployed into the server. Okay. So here is the place where your server is configured and the server is going to get deployed. I'm going to redeploy this application now. Deploy it. Okay, deploy stage. So it is asking a command, demo time deployment. If I give this deploy, what it will do, the application will be take the action, it will queue the application, and finally it will deploy into the server. Please wait for some time. So here you can watch the logs. Okay, it is targeting the release folder. It is going on. So downloading the build artifacts. So all these activities that you can see. So it is push the application to drop folder. Drop folder means whatever you developed, that will be go to the drop folder activity. So it is deploying. It is finishing the job. Everything is done now. Okay. So now it is finishing the job here. So it has succeeded. So let me click on this. Yeah, it is done. Okay. Okay, I'm see, because I have targeted to a server, I'm going to that server now. The only one app service I have in this whole build. I'm taking this guy, web sample. So here is the URL. Let's run this out. Okay, so my application is running. Make sense? Yeah. If I perform any operation, a small operation also, that can be performed.
So let me ask one question. So how you are connecting
1
this?
minute, please. 1 minute, I will.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is how you are connecting the Azure DevOps to Microsoft Azure.
Microsoft
Azure.
Azure DevOps to
Azure DevOps to Microsoft Azure. How you are connecting? So the server is containing in the Azure web. Azure server, right?
your question is I'm not getting your question.
Yeah.
Microsoft is developed Azure
No. How you are connecting?
app service with
No,
your
the
DevOps.
DevOps. Yeah.
Okay. So in the release board, you can able to select which is the server that you want to connect it here.
Okay.
When you're making a new release or something, the release pipeline is there, right? So here you can able to give your server where you are going to do deployment and everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, copy.
Sorry. 1 minute. Edit is there.
One second, I will do it. 1 second.
1 minute. Edit pipeline, sorry.
Okay, now. Oh, so here I have mentioned this one.
Can you see that?
Okay.
So if you see here, web app
So
MVC,
whatever the available web apps that will be get defined here, that will become here. So that will
same name I have configured in the app services.
Okay, let me ask one question. So I have different resource groups in my Azure. Okay, so I need to create a or deploy a different app in different resource group. So where we can mention the different resource group in DevOps.
you can create a separate release. You can create a separate release.
Okay,
You can
separate release.
you see that in the staging now you can have multiple staging option that you can able to perform. So if you go on release here,
Okay.
when the moment I say deployment here, it is asking multiple or single. So you can create multiple releases and multiple stagings. So all can able to run together.
Okay. My question is, if I have a single subscription with different RGs, multiple resource groups, and it contains multiple resources, okay?
Yeah.
So, for example, I have a subscription with resource group 1 and resource group 2, okay? So I need to create a web app in resource group 2. So where I need to mention, I want a app service in resource group 2. So we need to mention these details in the pipeline, right?
Yes.
So where I need to define this resource group in DevOps pipeline.
John, resource group you need to mention while creating the app service, not in the DevOps side.
App service.
Yeah. So whenever you are going to create the app service, so if you see create app service, so you click it.
No. Actually, I want create the app service through the Azure pipeline. or DevOps pipeline.
Correct. So your question is, your source code is in another resource group. That's what you mean to say?
Yes, the source code is, for example, it's in the Git repository. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to create an app service from the scratch to a different resource group, to a separate resource group.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean, I don't have an option for create it through a GUI. I need to create a web app from scratch in a single
There is a
resource group.
mini YAML command is available to create resource groups, resources, app service or whatever it is. You have to give complete detail here.
Okay.
So that will help you to create.
Go to the pipeline. Yeah. Now click that new pipeline, Gopi.
Normally, just I want to show the.
Yeah, you need it.
So here, what you can do is you can able to call for any of this service. Okay, App Service Center and all the. There are many tools are available. The CLI Azure CLI code also you can able to declare here. Okay, so which is the subscription. Okay, and what is the type and path, what is the script path, and everything you can give. In the script path you can give all the commands, and if you say add here, automatically this set of commands will be get added. This will execute and it will run the command. That command will create an app service here.
Okay, so we need to mention that resource group.
Yeah, everything you can. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the purpose of service connection in this DevOps?
See, I have only 4 minutes. Okay, so I need to close this call. You guys, you have because these are all very deeper thing. Definitely, I can help you out once you join the course. I have a complete all the scenarios I could able to help.
Let me. Actually, in our organization, we are using service connections for creating. We can just connect the Azure DevOps to the Microsoft Azure through the service connection, and from that service connection, we can define which is my subscription, which is my resource group.
We all can be done. All this can be done. There are many service plugins are available. Using that, you can able to give your credential in secured manner. So obviously, it will check that and will pick up the subscription automatically. You can define a criteria. That's very possible. Yeah. Guys, you people have any other questions? Hello.
So this course is included the ARM templates and Azure Terraform?
Terraform, no.
Terraform, no.
It is an Azure course. So the Terraform and all, it will not come here.
ARM template also, it's not covered, right?
Sorry, ARM templates will be there.
Okay. Actually, my main focus is Terraform.
Oh, no, Terraform is not included. That is having a different course. I'm not handling that.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. I have a question.
Yeah, please.
I've joined this to find out what exactly this course is about. My question is for someone to go to do this course, what should her or his background? Where should they come from?
See, you should be a developer. You should know the little bit of coding and deployment experience. That is more than enough.
Okay.
You should not ask what is build. So then that means you are little away from development. So what is deployment when you're doing it manually? This is making your life easy.
Okay.
So easily you can able to perform all the operations. All the operations are optimized and generalized. So those commands will easily help you to deploy the code into the specified server. So whether you do it, your test manager do it, sorry, your build manager does, whoever it is done, everything is equal. So earlier, if you see that someone have do the deployment, things will work fine. Some other people do, it create a problem. So those kind of unstable things will be fixed here, and everything will be on the unique way. So the YAML command is helping to build everything. So in that case, so you have a developer experience, that is more than enough. Rashmi, I didn't notice you that you have joined here. So what is your background?
So, I don't have any background in coding, but from this Saturday, I have Azure Fundamentals, just the basic course starting.
Mhm.
And then after that, it will be the Azure Associate
Mhm.
knowledge. And then after that, I was planning to join for DevOps.
Yeah, that's the right plan. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, my background also is the same. So I'm not aware of the coding side.
Mhm.
So I'm from the infrastructure side.
Okay.
So recently I'm moving to the Azure cloud. So I have an experience in DevOps a little bit for assigning projects, creating projects, and I'm not fully confident in coding side. So
The coding is
I'm
not required here. The right
okay.
parameter setup and everything. You should know what is built.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
know
I
how
know.
to code and all, that is not important here. If for
Okay,
me, if you are doing Azure Associate,
okay,
all these things you will learn here also, Rashmi.
Okay.
First 4 sessions of this course I'm taking Azure only. After that only I will slowly move to the application. First Azure resourcing, then only I will move to all the build deployment pipeline and everything. Okay.
So no coding background is required, right?
So no coding background is required.
Okay.
But some basic fundamental knowledge is required, right? To
What?
understand.
Azure, yes, Azure is definitely required. So that is getting covered in this area.
So
What- So, I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
Ramon. I have
okay.
one friend who is currently working in all scripts,
Mhm.
but not in a coding and does not have the coding background. So, for someone like that, they cannot join.
They
What
can do it, but they should have a prior information about how to build the code and how to what is built, not how to, what is built and what is deployment. They need to know. In case if the people don't know something, so I can able to take additional 2 sessions and I can able to make them comfortable.
so who
Everyone will in this course, even though they are developers, they need to go out with the life cycle and they can continue with it.
Okay, my question, which course should they go for before adopting this one?
Okay, so generally Azure 900, okay, 900 certification is there, no? So I'm telling systematically. So Azure 900 would be the right place to understand Azure basics and everything. What is application server and so how the web application, web request and web apps, all these things that will come into picture. Okay, so if that is completed and they come back here, that is more comfortable. But in my 40 hours, the first 4 hours for that, 4 sessions, around 6 to 8 hours, I'm going to explain the Azure fundamental, whatever that is required for this course, that only I'm going to explain.
Okay, so Azure 900, you said, sir?
Yes, yes.
So that after doing that, the person can enroll for this course.
Yeah, that can be done. The shortcut way is in my course also I'm covering the same area. So they no need to do that and come back here. So they can directly appear here and I can explain everything.
So you mean a fresher can enroll for this course?
Pressure means at least in the IT, at least 1 or 2 years, that would be really great.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
So you're covering everything in Azure, right? From the virtual machines, virtual desktops, everything you're covering,
exactly.
right?
Virtual machine, virtual desktop, and container, then storage account, then after that app service, that means PaaS service. Then only I'm jumping back to Azure.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Are you covering the Terraform? Means
No,
not
Terraform and not
Terraform, Kubernetes.
now, Kubernetes not completely. Some part of Kubernetes load balancing part I'm covering it.
Okay, got it.
The
Uh,
first that you mentioned, Azure 900, is
yeah.
that a separate course?
No, Rashmi, you can connect me little later. This one I can give you insights.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll conference you with Supriya. So she will connect you and I will tell you. You can exactly give the scenario. I can able to perfectly give you the solution for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you don't have any other questions, so yeah, can we wind up? Because I have another call.
Yeah. Sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gopi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good day, bye.
Thank you, team.